Make a decision on what you'd like to do with it. We're going to try to use 3 systems. And there's our 1, 2, 3, 4 bolt bottoms. Now on the Kelton, until you get used to the system, it also helps to mark the top of the bowl. So you use a level. Make an entrance point. Set these down. Standard system that does 8 to 14-inch bowls, and there's a jumbo system that does from 10 to 18-inch bowls. The only one they'll sell any of them separately, but the one that's sold most is the standard system, and it's $394. And that'll give you 3 blades, Don? On the standard? Yeah, it's 3 blades on the standard system. What's most commonly done is the mini and standard combo, and it's $550. That gives you 5 blades. That'll take you anywhere from 3 to 4 inches up to 14 inches. And unless you're just doing huge bowls, that covers most needs. You can also buy the standard and the jumbo, and that'll take you from an 8-inch bowl up to an 18-inch bowl, and it's $565. So you can buy the whole system for about $1,100. I've got the mini standard, and it, like I said, comes with 5 blades, and they go from a deep bowl and just kind of work their way out from that. Almost a straight bowl. Now, the way you decide which one you need is you take your cutter and see what kind of works with the contour of your bowl. That one's not it. It's actually that one. Now, when you're looking at it, you want that air point is you want it to be as close to the curve as you can, but you want air in the middle if you can get it. You can see that one's high on either end. So I'll try this one. That isn't going to do it. So we'll look at this one. That isn't gonna do it. There we go. We're touching at the top and the bottom, and we've got some air in the center. So this is the blade that we're gonna use to actually do the pouring.
You would use that same
Go
blade.
to its furthest point, which is at the curve, and then you'll want to lift up here and adjust to the center line. So that's got our height. We decided, no, this was the blade.
Yeah. Do you use the longest one simply because if you reach?
Don asked me earlier, the handle that comes with the system has a screw top. And then it's got set screws on the bottom to secure the blade. So the set screws and the handle line up on the bar. I don't know how we're gonna do this, Jason. But what you wanna do is line your tip up with the bottom of the bowl you're gonna cut. And you want your exit point on those parallel lines that I drew on top. So what you want to do is mimic the action of the cutting. And as you roll it out, you want to try to be as smooth as possible. And when you get to there, that's my entrance. I'm pointing at this gentleman here in blue plaid shirt. That's gonna be where I need to line up. So I just need to remember that, and you can't move until after I touch my board. So I've got that. I'll kind of work my way up to where I'm going in. You can see I'm pointing at him. And with this one, you want to leave a little bit of space between the pivot point so that your shavings can come out. And what this is going to do is I'm going to be pushing this direction, and it's going to kind of feed itself and move in that arc as it, theoretically, as it goes in. So you want to know, when you first line up, that's why you line with the longest one at the furthest extension. It goes to center. All the other ones, as you put them in, even that one will actually be below center. So
I wouldn't have guessed that.
I know. That's there's my long one. And when I put it in, it's actually below center now too. Because of the thickness of the bar and the way it sets up, when it's at its full extension, it goes to center. It's the only system Mike uses. He's got a video set, I think it's about 2.5 hours, and it's 30 or 40 bucks on a DVD for how he uses it. They also make a laser for it that attaches to the handle so that you can measure a little easier. But it's, once you do it enough, you're gonna kind of figure out where you're gonna go and what you're gonna use. So this is kind of first stages. And I said, if I had it all to do over again, I would have started with this and I'd have never gone to anything else, because this one's a pain. I mean, it's a pain to learn. And the others are so much easier, it's like, well, why would I even think about doing that? Because of the versatility and the ability to do what you want to do. 600. Now, you want to lift up. You don't want to let your bar drop, or you'll be sending a blank somewhere. And you just start to push in. Once you get the side grain, it's much faster and easier. But I'm just pushing in. Two things I forgot to mention. If you want to, at this point, you can leave your half-inch thickness, wall thickness, and go ahead and scoop the center out. That way this bowl will be basically ready to go. The second thing is, on all the systems, cut a new foot on that bowl, remount it and go. If you're doing this for speed, it just doesn't make any sense to do it that way. So most people start at the center bowl and work their way out. And I'll show you some tricks along the way.
Do you have to do anything when you're cutting to widen the gap so that you don't get a bind in it?
What's that?
Do you have to do anything to widen the gap where you're cutting to keep from the blade from binding?
No. You can see the blade is wider at the entry point. So as it's feeding itself in, you may touch the sidewalls occasionally, but that's just move it out a little bit and go back. And I've gotten by the worst part. Like I said, the worst part is getting in and getting to the side grain. We're about halfway on this bowl.
Yeah. I'm going to observe.
Oh, chicken.
I know, I'm just sitting there, you know.
I know. All right, the next one we're going to talk about is woodcut. With that, we need